Hello and welcome to Manga 96, and today we're going to talk about High School DxD. Today will be the second part of the Longinus mini-series, where I will cover the rest of the original Longinuses. But before we start, here's the spoiler warning. I shall be spoiling a lot of things in this video. If you don't want to be spoiled, I would highly recommend that you go and read the light novel, as it is an enjoyable read. Now, with that out of the way, let's start with Sephiroth's Longinus Regulus Nemea. In the past, the god of the Bible captured the Nemean lion Regulus and sealed it inside the secret gear, which eventually became one of the original 13 Longinuses. There is currently no possessor of the Regulus Nemea, as its previous host died and the secret gear underwent a drastic change, causing the Nemean lion within the Regulus Nemea to materialize itself and kill the group that killed its possessor. Nevertheless, Sephiroth can be considered to be its owner, as he has tamed the lion and he encountered the Longinus. Regulus Nemea is a golden battle axe which houses one of the strongest Nemean lions, allowing the owner to break the ground in a single strike to splitting the earth in half if mastered. Its secondary ability protects the possessor from projectile-based weapons. According to Azazel, Regulus Nemea can transform into a huge lion that has purple jewel in the middle of his forehead named Regulus, functioning as an independent avatar similar to Canis Lycan. However, instead of passing on to another host after the death, Regulus instead functions even after his former host's death due to an irregular change acting similar to the Incarnation Anthem. Sephiroth, however, doesn't use weapons in normal battles and instead uses Regulus whenever he has a need to utilize its balance breaker. Regulus Rail Letter Rex, also known as Iron Skin of the Lion King, is Sephiroth's subspecies balance breaker, which creates a golden lion-themed armor that covers the user's body that adds the earth-breaking powers of Regulus to the user's own strength, resulting in a tremendous increase to the user's offensive power. The armor also protects the user from projectiles. It was first used by Sephiroth during his rating game with Rias. Regulus Rail Letter Rex Imperial Purpurore, also known as the invincible purple skin of the Lion King, is Regulus Breakdown the Beast. This form unleashes the full power of the Nemean lion, but also, like the Juggernaut Drive, the user's life force is used as the power source. In this form, Sephiroth's armor changes color to purple and gold, and he is enveloped by immense dense purple toki. It possesses immense power, allowing Sephiroth to easily overwhelm the 3rd ranked Besda Abdon, a Satan-class devil. However, the time he can sustain this form is very short. Moving on to Valerie Tepesh Longinus Sephiroth Graal, which is a golden Graal that came in contact with the blood of Christ, which allows the possessor to come into contact with the principle of life itself. The possessor is also forcefully told about who both life and souls are made, in addition to taking in the mind and concept of the death, living and various other things, while using the Sephiroth Graal, resulting in the possessor being broken from the abundance of thoughts entering their heart and soul whenever overusing it. Through looking into the principles of life, Reason was able to discern the location of others, such as the Siltri Hexa at the end of the world. From the power to control the principles of life, the Sephiroth Graal can summon and control souls, as it was used to revive the long-dead evil dragons. It can also repair the bodies of others and restore them to their peak condition, which was used on the revived evil dragons who were defeated each time as long as their soul remained intact, as proven by Graal, making it possible to reverse the damage from using forbidden spells. Reason restored the fruits of life and wisdom which his mother Lilith, the mother of devils, had stored inside of purgatory after being withered. The Sephiroth Graal was also used to collect information on the Red Dragon Emperor's soul and the boosted gear from Issa's original body. It was later used to mass-produce plate mail armors. Valerie's Sephiroth Graal is a subspecies where there are 3 Graals instead of 1, which was the reason that she didn't die after having the other 2 stolen from her. Hers has more outstanding aspects than all the previous possessors, being able to remove the weaknesses of creatures as much as possible. It can further strengthen others, as shown when it hands Graal, who Dijak noted was stronger than in the past, suggesting that he was enhanced. In addition to being more resistant to dragon slayers, a common weapon against dragons and magic than before, This was used to enhance Ajidaka so that his lifespan wouldn't be shortened despite his constant usage of forbidden spells and techniques. It was used to strengthen the Romanian vampires who sought to remove their natural weaknesses and become true immortals. It was shown as Marius Tepesh achieved immortality in the form of regeneration akin to that of Phoenix clan, which allowed him to regenerate from even Arias' power of destruction as long as his soul remains intact. Sephiroth Graal could even reconstruct the bodies of others, as shown when Reason transformed the pure-blooded vampires into mass-produced evil dragons and modified Rehexa so that it can produce armies of plate males. In Volume 21, Apopis displayed the ability to directly create organisms using one of the stolen grails, repeatedly creating mass-produced evil dragons and plate males to replace those that had been destroyed. In Volume 23, Valerie showed the ability to heal wounds by using the globet to produce a white healing liquid which heals injuries, where it doesn't have the same level of instant healing compared to Twilight healing. In Volume 24, Valerie showed the ability to restore physical youth of a living being, as shown when she gave Vasco Strada a younger body with a Sephiroth Graal. Moving on to Lind Longinus Incarnation Anthem. According to Walburga, the Incarnation Anthem is an independent avatar-type sacred gear with its balance breaker taking on the form of whatever object being it is bound to. Additionally, according to Tobio, it doesn't need a host to operate, which is similar to Regulus Nemea in the present era. In Volume 19, Walburga fought against DxD but ultimately lost, and in the aftermath, Issa noticed that a purple flame fell out of Walburga when she was defeated. The purple flame was then placed by Tobio in a special lantern, who then explained a unique aspect of the Longinus, and that, unlike other secret gears, Incarnation Anthem can be transferred to another user of its own will, even if the current user hasn't died yet. In Volume 22, it is revealed that Lind Selzen was chosen as the new possessor of the Longinus. Incarnate Anthem has the ability to generate large amounts of powerful purple holy flames that can incarnate devils with ease, as shown when Walburga attacked Cyrok in Volume 17 and inflicted a huge amount of damage to him even though he was using the balance breaker of Regulus Nemea. Its divine ability to control holy fire also grants its user the capability to slay Satans and ultimate class devils with ease in a way similar to the true Longinus. It is described as not simply a venomous weapon, but an instant kill weapon against devils. The flames can be shaped into various forms depending on the user's will. Walburga demonstrated the ability to create large holy crosses filled with holy flames, while Lind mostly uses the holy flames to envelop her sword and exercise gun, as well as its bullets with holy fire. Lind also demonstrated the ability to create holy crosses filled with holy fire. The flames can be used to interfere with sensory abilities such as Senjutsu. The balance breaker of Incarnation Anthem usually takes the form of various creatures created by holy fire. Incarnation Anthem possesses the ability to absorb the souls of other creatures, which can then be manifested in the form of purple flames, as shown when Walburga absorbed half of Yamato no Orochi's soul and manifested him as her subspecies balance breaker. The blazing verdict by the final judge is Walburga's subspecies balance breaker. It has the ability to manifest different forms depending on the souls that she uses. The forms are able to move independently from her and act like an independent avatar type. When Walburga used half of the souls of the legendary evil dragon Yamato no Orochi in her fight against DxD, it took the form of a 200-meter long 8-headed dragon crucified to a cross while appearing to be made entirely of purple holy flames. It could breathe out flames and constantly regenerate its heads. Lovely Heavenly Angels, also known as the Purple Flame and Love Angel, is Lind's subspecies balance breaker, which creates 3 huge angels, 2 males, 1 female, made from purple flames. Each of them are able to change their shape and size, making them difficult to handle. More so, all the 3 can create 1 giant angel. Moving on to Lavina Renis Longinus Absolute Demise, which allows the wielder to summon a 3-meter tall ice doll in the form of a woman in a dress with 4 slender arms, which acts on the wielder's command. It wields immense ice-based powers, which is capable of freezing an entire area, turning it into a frozen world. At its maximum range, it can lock an entire small country within a crystal of ice as long as the user wishes to, befitting a Longinus. Assault Argento Mondo, also known as the Snow World believed to be eternal, is Slavinus' balance breaker, which creates a furious blizzard across an entire battlefield, and innumerable giant sharp ice pillars, able to turn an entire country into a world of ice at full strength, holding ultra-wide range comparable to the Zenith Tempest and Dimensional Lost. As a testament to this, she can distinguish between friends and allies, targeting her enemies alone, showcasing her mastery of it. However, despite the power of the balance breaker, it is noted that the individuals who possess immense power can resist its effect, such as Balbert, who was able to withstand its effect. Moving on to Mitsuyo Kanzaki's Innovate Clear and Telos Karma. The Innovate Clear has the ability to create an ideal world in another dimension, similarly to Dimension Lost, with an additional ability to create nearly perfect imitations of living beings similarly to Annihilation Maker. Where anything made inside of Innovate Clear's world can only exist in that world. Transcendental Arrival, which is a technique that allows Mitsuya to artificially awaken both Balance Breaker of Innovate Clear and Telos Karma. When activated, Mitsuya's body becomes clad in a futuristic-looking powered exoskeleton. In this form and the world it creates, by further operating Innovate Clear's terminal in his left gauntlet, he can form a blade-like light capable of erasing even higher-ranking Grim Reapers without leaving a trace. Moving on to his second Longinus, Telos Karma. In the past, there were several sudden incidents and phenomena impossible to explain under normal circumstances by historians or researchers, causing a change in human history in places such as Japan and Europe, caused by this Longinus, in particular earning it the name History Breaker. 4 years prior, Telos Karma originally belonged to Momiji Nakiri, a member of the 5 principal clans and little sister of their former heir and original owner of the Yellow Dragon, Nakagami Nakiri, who had been hailed as the strongest Oryu in history, before causing an incident involving Tobio Ikusa and Wally Lucifer in Kyoto. At some point she disappeared and Mitsuyo Kanzaki became the current possessor of Telos Karma, sparking the animosity of her little cousin Oryu Nakiri. Telos Karma has the ability to forcibly create and enforce options and choices that aren't possible normally, changing the possibility of certain phenomena into unexpected events. Oryu further elaborated on this by providing examples such as Telos Karma causing Ajax's game, Beelzebub to experience failure and or affecting the surroundings of a trained swordsman like Zenobia, leaving her unable to react to something as simple as a thrown stone. Telos Karma is said to be capable of changing or interfering with the course of history of the world. With this, I covered everything that I wanted to cover on the Longinus in this video. And that will be all for this video. If you like this video, leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments below, or subscribe to the channel for more manga reviews and One Piece content. And until next time, take care.